Hey guys, as promised, I got butterflies in my stomach again. But this is one take anyway, and the reason why I'm doing everything one take is so that way you can see that I'm a real person and not a person on YouTube that just does supercuts all the fucking time. And especially for me, it gets fucking annoying because it shows to me that that person isn't truly real. He's just there for money, or he's just there for like clout or whatever the fuck, right? So today I wanted to talk about my New Year's resolution. Now, for 2020, I promised myself on the very first day that I wanted to have 2020 my throwback year, so I can just have a blast with the past. And after that, then it'll be 2021. I said, you know what? Let's let's flip this table over. Instead of making it all about the past, now 2021 is gonna be all about the future. And I would say I'm not too sure about that because of COVID, but you know what? If you people think that 2021 is gonna be better than 2020, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say, all right, fine, let's see what you got. Um, I do hope a vaccine does happen for COVID, but I also worry about the new virus that we're going to have for the UK as well. And that's the reason why, on the previous video, I may have sounded pessimistic about saying, like, sorry to burst your bubble, but COVID still exists. The reason why I said that was because that not only do we have to deal with COVID, but we also have to deal with possibly a new virus that happened in Britain were apparent like I didn't read much, but apparently they like mix SARS with COVID and you mash it all together and you make a new virus. Like for fuck's sake. So what? Now we need to deal with COVID-19, but now we need to deal with SARS CO2 COVID, whatever the fuck it's called. Jesus fucking Christ. Like what the fuck else is next? Poison? Might as well, right? Might as well have to deal with literal poison in 23. Obviously, I'm being dramatic and over exaggerated, but it's like, when does this shit fucking end? Like, I understand it's been literally year one since we had COVID, but Jesus Christ. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I guess you can kind of make this a part two, but I don't want to ramble on for much because I do want to talk about my New Year's resolution. So I guess you can make this a part two of what I wanted to say 15 minutes afterwards, right? I wanted to talk about the previous years. Look back at 2016, right? Look back at 2015. Look back at 14, 13, right? Even look back like not too far, like 19, 18, and 17 as well. Like, I remembered for 2016, it was not a good year for everyone, especially me. No one liked 2016. But was it better than 2020? To be honest, it's literally been 4 years ago, so I basically forgot what the fuck even happened. If I'm not lost, if I'm not lost, I could be completely wrong with this, but something about YouTube being all fucking bullshitty, and it was the very first time US had President Donald Trump, right? But I'm really trying to think of like why 2016 was seriously a fucking bad year. And it's been 4 years ago and I just can't remember. Like the only thing I can remember was November happened with President Donald Trump. I probably just had like either whatever the fuck year for school. I wasn't in art school back then. I was in technology school. I was in IT. Excuse me. Excuse me. And the more I realize that we just forget the days. Like, what do I remember of 2017? Um, to be honest, again, not much. Like, I completely forgot what the fuck I even did in 17. Right? 2018 is a little bit more recent because I can understand what I kind of did in 2018 because it's like it's somewhat there, you know? Like, I haven't completely forgotten about 2018, but it's starting to fade away as well. And then 2019 happened, and I'm like, uh, I can't even forgotten 2019 as well. I remembered I had myself a nice time in 2019 as well, like obviously the year before COVID happened, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the very first time I heard about COVID-19, I was like, man, that's not gonna be worldwide. Are you kidding me? And I stand corrected. Like, the more I realize that we just forget the years, the more I realize that coming 2023, 24, right? Are we gonna forget about 2020? And in my personal opinion, I feel like at least some of the people already forgotten 2020, you know? Not as a good riddance type of idea, but they legit just forgot what happened in 2020. But I think those should be all of the past that I want to say 15 minutes afterwards. I did wanted to say more, it's just that I literally just woke up, combed my hair a little bit so I don't look completely fucking scuffed. And I just recorded, didn't think of anything at the top of my head. I even had butterflies in my stomach a little bit just before I even recorded. And now I'm here. So yeah, New Year's resolutions. Like I said, before it used to be about the past. Now I said I wanted to make it about the future. So what do I mean by that exactly? Well, I want as much future experiences as I can possible. So for example, I want to be more independent. I want to like try and cook. If possible, I want to complete my school. And I know it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna give it one more shot. And even if I do fail school, you know what? It's not the end of the world. You know why? Because I know this is something that sucks, but it is the circle of life, like I said. But even if you don't manage to complete school, it's not the end of the world. And I know it sucks for you to have like a full-time job at a job that you don't even fucking like, but we have to start at the complete fuck from what I've learned at least, right? Because if I could have done something else, I'm gonna be a bit upset myself. But like for you to fail school, but you still want to have your dream opportunity. From what I've learned, you have to start at the very fucking bottom. And for you to start off with like a job and once again, for you to start off with a job that you don't like, but it makes it so that way you get some pocket change, and then you can use that pocket change to go to like the school lessons, right? You can use some of that money that you had with your part time or even full time job um to pay like some of the lessons that you wanted to learn at a specific school. So like for example with me, like I wanted to be a photographer. So what I could do is that if just in case I happen to fail like my social media school, well not me social media school, but like my multimedia school in general, right? If I happen to fail my school, it's not the end of the world for me, but it is gonna suck. I have to get myself a full-time job, probably on a job that I don't like, but I hope to God I can find a job that I do like, right? And if I do get a job that I do like, I can use some of that money so that way I can take some photography lessons, and I can even buy my own camera, and I'm a photographer. Now, do I see myself truly as a photographer? Honestly, I see it more as a hobby for me, but I do want to try and take photography as an actual job if I can possible, but who knows what's really going to happen. Um, People will say that, oh, that's bullshit, anything can happen. Yes, that's true, but like realistically, like how can I be a photographer as a full-time job? Like who's gonna be my boss? You know what I mean? Like it's here's the thing. compared to like all the other jobs out there, well, most of the all the other jobs out there where you basically have a boss that tells you like instructions of what to do, a photographer, I feel like you have a lot more freedom. Like it's almost like you are your own boss as a photographer. And that's the reason why I question photography. Like, is photography like a real job? And I do say so that it is a real job. It's just how can you make it as a real job? Especially for someone that's only studied photography for like, I don't know, I'd say like a year and a half, you know? And I do want to like completely understand like how is it even possible? Especially for like a complete rookie like me. And if I don't get photography as my job, it's not the end of the world. I can probably still think of something else that I want to do, like for example, like psychology. Like it's partially like one actually is for the majority of the time one of the many reasons why I'm doing videos is because I want to be a psychiatrist. I want to understand like how people's feelings are doing. Like, is there a way that I can try and cure them? And obviously, I'm gonna get some people. I'm gonna fail some people, and I might even upset some people because I've done something that's wrong. But you know what? That's the lesson of life. Excuse me. That's the lessons of life. Um, it almost feels like eventually. Now I'm just rambling on, but I wouldn't be surprised if I come back over here because here's the thing: when you record, especially if it's like one of the very first times that you record, from my experience, you're gonna forget about what you said about 2 minutes ago, and you're gonna get butterflies in your stomach, and you're gonna feel nervous because you feel like you're gonna be talking to thousands of people around the world. But realistically, like you're only talking about like what the first two videos I had was like four and like five, 4 to 5 views on like the first day. That's going to happen. Like realistically, that's going to happen. And then what happens is that you slowly start to rise up a little bit in popularity, but like it's gonna start off really rough and really slow up until you've reached like some sort of milestone to where you go from like really slow to like slowly going up, and then eventually you go all the way up. But to reach all the way up, even then, it's gonna take like some long ass fucking time. You don't just go from 0 subscribers to all the way up to like even 1 million. You know what I mean? Uh, you realistically start off with like 0 subscribers, so like you'd be lucky to even reach 1,000 nowadays, because of how many celebrities and e-celebrities you need to deal with on YouTube. And I still feel like there is one more thing that I do want to say before one more minute goes by. I do want to say it's not completely the end of the world for my throwback year either. Like, even though you're completely focusing onto the future, don't always focus on the future. Focus a little bit on the past as well. Because the past, in my opinion, is just as much important as the future. Your memories are as important as your lessons. And I do mean that. No matter how bad or how good or how appreciating or how shit your memories have been, they are all just as much lessons as the lessons that a teacher can give you. And in my opinion, that is what survival truly means. For the next video, I don't know. I just think of whatever's in the top of my head. So the next video, I'm going to be talking about whatever I want to talk about. Apologies that I have ranted for the 2 videos, but again, I just wanted to get it out of my stomach. I wonder how 21 is going to be. That's all I'm going to say. I wonder how 21 is going to be. But that's all I got for now, and I want to stop this video before I've reached the 15-minute mark. So I'll see you whenever. See ya.